Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, December the 5th, 2022. Monday, December the 5th, 2022. Listen, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already subscribed, so we can be all together having some fun talking about our favorite soap opera, General Hospital. Well, today, you know what? Not too much really happened. Uh, I only I'm going to show two pictures. I just was like, goodness. Anyway, we have Jocelyn, of course, is at Dex's. Ooh, had a nice little kiss, and then Sonny's at the door. So Dex has her hiding in the bedroom, and Sonny is like, I want details on what happened to you when you did not show up, for those days that I didn't know what was happening. So Dex was like, no, I was, stitched up and I laid low. He goes, well, who did it? Who took care of you? And he goes, I promised I wouldn't tell, the person that did it. I want to, keep them out of this. Well, your loyalty is to me. You know how Sonny is. Oh my goodness gracious. So, Jocelyn was already eavesdropping. So she finally walked out. I was the one who found him and stitched him up. Yeah, I know he was shot doing something for you, just like he was hanging out from a meat hook because of you. But no, he didn't tell me at all what he was doing when he got shot. And so Dex was like, oh my gosh, he came out. But, realistically, I don't know what Dex thought the outcome would be. For one, he didn't want Sonny to say anything so that Joss would hear. So he said, look, boss, wouldn't you like to talk at your office? And he's like, why? What are you trying to hide? Why don't you want to talk here? You see, bottom line, I have a lady friend in the back, boss. And Sonny would have said, okay. Who is she, boss? Look, I don't want to talk in front of her. Okay, meet me at my office then. Come on now. I met her she's a waitress at a bar. I mean, come on, anybody, right? But anyway, Jocelyn proudly came out swishing her hair. It was me. And so Dex is like, Joss, I need to speak to Sonny alone. Can you please? So Jocelyn's like, yeah, I'll leave. And so she leaves, and Sonny's like smacking his hand down on something. It wasn't a fireplace, but some shelf he had knocked some stuff off. Jocelyn is not okay. And Dex is like, hey, I was delirious. I knew the Quartermain boathouse had supplies in it. So I was trying to get some supplies to kind of stop the bleeding. And Jocelyn found me weak and collapsing, or collapsed weak. So she brought me back to her door. He goes, dorm room. I know. See, exactly. She didn't bring me back to my house. She brought me back to the dorm room. So Sonny is like, we'll talk about that later. But he's telling Dex, there may be a opportunity has come to him, a big opportunity that was going to require Dex to step up in rank. But there's going to be some danger to it. Are you up for it? He goes, I'm more than up for it, boss, And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. What trouble now? Dex is going to be lead man on this danger. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little dreadful for this new crime ring that's getting ready to come through Port Charles. I really, really am. But anyway, we have Willow talking to Michael. Said, I don't want people to know still. And Michael's like, Willow, bottom line, they need to know. They're going to end up knowing, but not on my time. It's on my time. And she goes, I don't want them Wiley to pick up on people treating me differently. And Michael's like, Wiley is gonna pick up. I mean, he's gonna pick up on the changes. She's gonna be tired, weak, sick, looking white as a sheet, and come on now. Now you can't tell a child, they don't that young understanding, deadly illness but they know when you're not well, and he knows she's not well, So he will not pick up on other people giving her a helping hand and caring for her. That was like a stupid statement, she said. But anyway, she flipped the script, and was telling Michael that he really needs to put his anger aside for Sonny. And what she was saying is right. She goes, he's taking up so much space in your thoughts, your heart, your mind, that you're not going to have the space for me. You need to stop and think, what's the most important for you to put your energy into? And Michael was like, you know what? You're right, because nothing is more important than your health and the health of our child. Nothing. And he's like, you know what? Can you do without me for an hour? I've got something I need to do. So Michael goes over to Dex's with a big wad of cash, telling him, okay, job's over. You can leave town now. See ya. And Dex was like, no, Sonny just came here. There's something big coming down, a new opportunity. It's going to be illegal. And he wants me to have a role in it. You want to bring him down, don't you? Then blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what Michael's going to say. I bet you Michael's going to say no. Yes, I do, but not, look, because Michael said, I have to concentrate on my family right now. Dex is probably just going to go rogue. He's going to say, okay, you know what? You don't have to pay me, but I'm still doing this. Because what can Michael do? Nothing. Michael can't get him out of town. The only thing at this point, Dex could blow Michael's cover. And I know Michael definitely does not want that. So now we have, let's see, Valentine comes into the Metro Court. Mac is warning him about Victor. I'm going to bring him down. I know he's behind, blah, blah, blah. And Valentine is like, okay, well, do you have any proof? I mean, you're saying all this. Where's the proof? Where's Lucy? And Mac, of course, has nothing. Because Valentine is like, look, don't think by any stretch of the imagination am I covering for him, but I need proof that he set Anna up, just like you. I need proof that Lucy's alive. I want nothing more than to have those two found or brought home. So Max goes storming off to the bar mad, and Laura and Felicia are at the table talking. And so I guess Matt calls Cody to meet him at the Metro Court to talk with them at the bar. So Valentine is questioning Felicia and Laura. And Laura is questioning Felicia about Holly, and something else must be, it seems like something else is happening, right? So Felicia tells Laura, you need to go speak to Robert. So Laura says, okay, I will, right? I will. And she says, oh, by the way, Valentine, Charlotte wants me to ask you over for dinner. So any night this week is fine. Just let me know. And he goes, okay, I'll get back with you. So it's funny. I really like the fact that Laura has buried the hatchet with her hatred for Valentine, for Charlotte's sake. So I really like that. So then it shows Robert. Let's see, we're talking stupid places to keep things, right? Robert is keeping the necklace in the top drawer of his desk at the office. So he's thinking, now see, it's in there. So you know what Robert does? Oh, he pulls out the drawer. There's a little secret compartment, pulls out the necklace. Oh, he's got to open up the box, and he's got to hold the net. I'm thinking, oh my goodness. You're a district attorney. People come in and out of your office. They don't always knock. And you got to hold this thing, this $35 million necklace in your hand. Like, oh, is this it? Is this it? Maybe I should put it on. Ooh. So, of course, Laura comes knocking on the door. Robert, and he's like, oh. And now he can barely get the thing back in the box. And oh my goodness, he's trying to shove it in his desk. And he goes, come in. And so she says, look, I need some answers. Something's not adding up. right? And I really, and Felicia told me I need to come to you for these answers. And he goes, you're right. I'm surprised. He told her everything. Showed her it has to do with this necklace. This is the, this is got the diamonds from the Ice Princess. And Laura's like, oh my God, that curse thing, right? And so she told about how Victor has Ethan. And she goes, I figured it has something to do with Ethan because no one can reach him. He's been off the grid. And he says, now Holly is off going to try to find Ethan. Now, what my question is, why is it that Robert hasn't turned that necklace? Oh, well, guess what? Remember, that was the plan of Holly and Robert in order to have that necklace. Holly stole the briefcase, but don't you think the WSB, well, they did pretend it got burned in the fire, so that's right. But what is Robert going to do with this necklace? What does he plan on doing with this necklace? It's $35 million. You want to hold every 5 seconds. So that's going to be interesting to see, because trust me, that desk drawer is not going to be the last place that necklace is going to end up. Oh, somebody's taking it from that desk drawer. My guess is within a week, it's going to be gone from there. But before Laura got there, Olivia was there just talking to him about, aren't you upset how Holly betrayed you? She's still not understanding. Holly is not burned and recuperating. Holly is looking for Ethan. And she goes, but Robert, you were so happy when she was back. And Olivia's even getting the feeling. She goes, I would think you'd be more upset or say, are you going to go see her? He goes, no, she can't have visitors. She's got a long road to recovery, right? And so Olivia was like, look, just know this. You're not alone. I'm here anytime you need to talk. Robert, I'm here for you. So, she's still friends for him. And we also had Drew and Carly. Oh, they're kissing. And he tells Carly that a fireman, and actually firewoman, was flying to Port Charles to talk to him, who used to be Harmony's friend, who was on one of the communes with Harmony. So Carly is like, oh, well, okay, so I'll go with, when we talked to her tonight, Drew says, you know what, Carly, I don't want to spook her. I don't want her to think she's being ganged up on or outnumbered. I'm going to do this myself. Now, Carly couldn't wait for Drew to get out of there, because she's calling Olivia saying, I need a favor. There's a woman by the name of whatever. It's going to be checking in. As soon as she checks in, I need you to let me know. Now, see, Carly is going to be running behind Drew's back. And Carly is going to try to intercept and talk to this woman to see what she knows and what she doesn't know, if she knows the truth. This is where Carly is going to truly get herself in trouble. Carly should stay out of it. Because what a better way for it to come out through someone else. Period. Someone else gives Drew the leads and let him find out. And then Drew, but I thought, the DNA test that you said was Nina wasn't her mother. And I would say, it sure did. I guess it was wrong. Well, doggone it. That darn GH DNA lab, they get stuff wrong all the time. Man, But see, he's going to either see her talking to that woman, or the woman's going to say somebody by the name of Spencer came, and then he'd be like, Carly, what would make you? Carly's getting ready to dig herself into a hole, and good for her. Good for her. I mean, because stay out of it, Carly. Do what Drew asked, and you just cannot do that, right? Then we have, oh goodness, I kind of see sadness here. Well, not see it. I feel sadness here, because I can tell they're getting ready to write an exit for our beloved Britt. She is throwing the biggest bash. She's talking to Austin. I really like her and Austin together, right? And she's telling him she's going to rent the Haunted Star. She's never had a birthday party. She wants to go out in style. And he's like, well, what do you mean by out? And he point blank asked her, are you planning on an early demise? And he's looking at her and she goes, for one thing, my oath of doing no harm, that applies to myself too. And then he's kind of like, oh, she says, but I am going to take my decline in my own hands, meaning, and he goes, what does that mean? So she's allegedly leaving Port Charles. She's like, I don't want the people to see me just declined and can't do anything for myself. And, and he goes, but they're going to miss you. He goes, yeah. She goes, yeah, I'm going to miss them too. But I want them to miss me, what she is now. She goes, I don't want them to miss what I'm going to become, which, bottom line, people feel a certain way. But my whole thing is you have to be of strong mind enough to put yourself in a position to be cared for. I mean, is she going to make arrangements for a facility that's going to be her long-term care facility? All of these things need to be arranged in advance, because a lot of the times the decline is going to come and she's not going to have the ability to make those kinds of financial decisions and the right moves that she's going to need to make. She actually needs to be around her mother, her family. They would be able to, first start with nurses coming into the home, then facility, but for her to just go off by herself, I would worry about that. Even as her mother, I wouldn't even let her do that. It's like, no, Britta, no. Muta is not going to let you do that. No. So I'm feeling a little bit sad because I do see this is going to kind of be the close. I don't want to think about it because I did hear a rumor she's going to kill herself. I don't want to see that. That better not happen. It's going to mess me up so bad. Oh my. You know what? Let's see how it plays out. I don't even want to think about how this is going to play out, but it made me kind of sad today to watch Britt and to see her talking and anyway, now's the time that we normally go to comment corner. But you want to know something interesting is my comments are that I should be saying seems like I said them on Friday. That's what's interesting to me. For some reason, YouTube is the comments they're showing are comments that I've already said. So either my brand new comments for some reason are not showing. So I cannot do comment corner. But you know what? I already talked about, I talked about the episode Spencer saw, his uncles were there. I mean, so it's whatever comments that you're saying regarding all of that, it's showing that I've already responded to it. And I remember saying these things. That's what's interesting. So anyway, everybody, I'll be back tomorrow with the comments from today's episode, as little as they may be, because there just was not a lot to talk about today. But I will be back tomorrow on another daily recap for General Hospital.